This is our 1989 Utilimaster old bread truck. It used to be delivering bread back in the 80s, 90s, and I've acquired it since the company went out of business.
Believe it or not, this entire bread truck is run off of solar power and batteries. Paul barely has to do anything to maintain it. If you're like me and you're wondering how the heck does Paul and Elle get cell service and Wi-Fi out in the middle of nowhere? Well, he installed a giant antenna on the side of the bread truck that gives him Wi-Fi and cell service. Another thing I thought was really cool was how stealthy this bread truck is. Paul put on all the original logos for the bread truck, allowing him to blend in when cruising around and camping in urban areas. No one has any idea that this bread truck is actually a tiny house.
This sort of vehicle is called a step van because of this step. This is the entryway into the truck, and let me bring you guys inside and show you some cool features around the cabin of the truck. One of my favorite features inside the bread truck is the shifter that I put on. It's got a bit of a rat rod feel to it. I have this brass knuckle shifter that was made by a friend in Montana, and we welded it on, and I just love it. It's a cool feature. Plus you can take it off and use it if you need to. I would never do that. Up here also you can see the monitor for my camera system. This is the driver's side and this is the passenger side. You can see them split screen, so I can see what's in my blind spots as well when I'm driving really easily. This cabinet up here is powered by the solar system in the back of the truck. The back of the truck has lithium battery bank, and I ran wires up here so that I can have a completely separate power system for all the cameras and lights that aren't going to drain my truck batteries. On the outside, this truck may look like a bread delivery truck, but on the inside there's a fully functional tiny house.
One of the first things Paul and Elle wanted to do is make more storage space. They also wanted to update the multi-purpose area.
This area here is multi-purpose. Obviously we use it as a table, as our dinette. You can pull this out so that your feet can really sit down and it's a proper table. Or we can have this board in and use it more as a couch. When we take this cantilever table out, it becomes a couch or a guest bed.
Paul is really into reusing materials he finds in dumpsters or he gets for free. He worked on a project that had leftover old fence boards, so that's what he put up on all the walls to give it an extra cozy feel.
So in our kitchen, a lot of the material is also reclaimed. Paul actually found these cabinets in a dumpster. They're from like an old doctor's office or something, but they've worked great for us for holding all of our food storage and our pots and pans. And up here we have our spice rack and where we keep some of our bulk materials like nuts and flour and seeds and different things like that. Under the truck we have a tank that feeds our shower and our sink, but for drinking water we refill all of these jugs from glacier machines or any sort of fill station, and we keep it down there, and then we fill up our glass jug here, which we can just fill very easily for our water bottles and our cups. And it also kind of keeps it nice and cool in here. The fridge is a pretty new addition. We lived with a cooler for like years and years, and so this fridge is amazing. And it's not the biggest, but it definitely allows us to keep a lot of things cold.
One thing I wanted to know is how do they go to the bathroom? And that's actually one of their latest projects, is updating the bathroom.
Our latest project has been working on this bathroom. It used to be all enclosed and it was a pretty dark and useless space, to be honest. So we have opened up this wall and are working on making this all waterproof, and we built a new composting toilet, and this is our hot water heater. So that brings hot water to the sink and to the shower. This project is not finished yet. We're going to be working on it for the next couple of weeks still. This will all be covered, and there'll be a shower curtain that comes out, and we're putting teak on the floor and some shelving and other features. But so far we're really, really happy with the way it's looking and the functionality of it. One of the unique things about this van, having a van that's so big, is that we can have a full-size queen bed with a real 14-inch mattress on here. And the fact that it's right next to this huge window, we can slide the window open at night and it feels like we're sleeping outside, but in this luxurious bed.
When I went on the road, I wanted to make myself uncomfortable, make myself intentionally uncomfortable. And even in this bread truck, as much as I love it, I'm like, is it too comfortable? You know, like I've built this to be such a beautiful home. And like, maybe this is too much. Maybe I should get rid of it and move into a backpack. I just want to push the line, and I want to push myself and challenge myself all the time and constantly improve. That's just one thing that's always been a motivating factor for me going on the road, is this idea of challenging myself to get uncomfortable, because I think just outside of your comfort zone is where amazing change and success lies.
And that's how you make a protein shake in a van. You're welcome.
Thank you, delicious.